You do not necessarily just want the PLC program, you also want to be able not to track necessarily what the register was at every single point in time, but you want a record of some registers as they're being set by the HMIs, operators, or somebody else. Those registers can also be changed by the programmer. So for example, there's going to be hard set values in that program that can be changed and can be pushed to the PLC, right? So this is a program that can be downloaded to the PLC at any point in time. So you want to understand this program got pushed at 6 p.m. today. What has actually changed on that program and how did that affect the registers that are ultimately going to affect our batch? Your Git solution, whatever it may be, needs to not only ingest the files, right? So not only the program, but it also needs to have some of the context or some of the registers from the PLC into it. Unlike the IT side, where software a lot of times is not going to have any context for the user. So for example, if I go into an e-commerce platform and I create my username and password, I have a database where that is stored. In this case, this is basically stored on the PLC in the internal registers, so it becomes more difficult for me to capture what is happening here. Now, we've talked a lot about the challenges. What are the opportunities? Like I've mentioned, number one, if you start having a system where you have different problems on your plant due to changes or different vendors working on software and someone's making a change that you've perhaps not requested or not approved, you now have a way to see different versions of your software. You also have the opportunity of, if you have a system that contains these files, you could say, for example, so this person can view it, so this is viewer, and this other person has permissions to edit, right? So for example, a viewer might be like an operator. Similarly, it could be a technician depending on their level, tech. But the editor could be controls engineer, also a contractor, an OEM that requires access to view versions or push updates to their system. You can restrict access based on time